Good morning, my MVP family. Good morning. I've been up since 4 o'clock and I needed to just put this little video together. Yesterday, I spoke about what I believe has become a bullying situation with the Knife Ninja. And today, I just want to explain my position, guys, clearly, calmly, and without confusion. Yesterday, I was overly passionate because, it's just the human side of me. Now, this video is not defending Knife Ninja, guys. I don't want anybody talk about my whatever is my sympathies on the wrong side, and it's not. I unsubscribe from Knife Ninja. I I haven't been an avid watcher of Knife Ninja. I teach, so I really don't have time to sit and watch as much videos. you know um if they're doing something for mankind, I am interested. If I cannot, sometimes I come home, put my feet up, and I'm watching some things on the TV for the people that I subscribe to, and I'll watch some things, like it, and move on. The reason I'm taking this up is not um you know not defending Knife Ninja. I'm not. I'm not defending him. And it's not, listen, people, the reason I came out about the thing is I started watching the person who got the strike on the channel. And it was, I used to just watch his videos and okay, I move on. But then when he came out and when he got the copyright thing, and he came out. A lot of Knife Ninja's content I watch on this reactor's channel. That's where I see a lot of his. I don't go to Knife Ninja's channel. I see it on this guy's channel. And me, as a person who I have a lot of experience, you know, and I work with people's children where I have to treat them. It doesn't matter how much them cuss me and carry on and talk about my fatness or my blackness or me, whatever. I still have to treat them as human beings because they are. And so that's who I am, have been, and will always be. I see the human side of mankind. If we hold on to every bad mind and every negatives, we would be so sick. A lot of people get sick, people can't find the reason. It's because of these things. Like we hold on to these negative things that eats us down, and every time we see people, we angry, we mad. The body is built to boy, I mean, I know. But for what has been shared, the ninja reported the use of it's a lot of his videos that, according to what they've been saying, is that people who are reprimanding the person who got striked, right? Because he's calling out other reactors, and other reactors, one in particular, um, he was not really interested. He's sorry he got the strike, but he's looking back to, he says, I remember when I was going through my stuff and how you operated. And he was advising that you cannot take people's content and just use it as your own. You use a person's picture, but for you to take their whole video and run it on and as yours, it's not right. So the young Knife Ninja made the report. He didn't just get up and strike anybody. Google has to do their research. Google found a reason to put in that, to make that warning. So in this reactor's videos, because I'm watching what he's posting from Ninja's videos, And he called Ninja a thief, him call him a scammer, him call him. I wasn't talking about all the reactors. Like, I was talking about this reactor who turned the situation, the consequence he received, into, I think it was bullying. I think it reached a threat. And that made me very nervous. When you look at somebody, take somebody's own video of them, create them background and create them everything and do them video, and then somebody put it in their video. Mind you, it is lengthening the person's video and giving them views and likes and everything without them doing much of anything more than just bash. You call him the thief, a scammer. We don't know what happens behind the scene with the people who are donating. I always talk about transparency. That's one of the things that I embraced way back when, in 2019, when I started on YouTube and was donating so much to the channel I worked with down there. Transparency. There wasn't a lot of transparency, really. But because I was on the scene, sometimes I send the funds and it didn't do what it needed to do, and they would come and say something, and what you going to do? You just, okay, you know. But I always say people send their funds, they want to see what their funds do. But in this case, with all that is going on, maybe these supporters to this man's thing is saying, no, you don't need to tell them how much you got. This is for you, this is for that one, this is for that one, and let it be. And so in my video yesterday, I talked about I was looking, and in my head it's when the guy who got the strike, I would talk about the food, how it look, how it might up, the whole put down, and the whole how him look upon him, look at him, I pick him nose, and man nasty, you that eat from him, and him just nasty, and and look them have on him watch, and him have on the thing underneath the floor, and them a go from just a gone and a gone and a gone, and when the strike warning come, instead of him just pause and reflect, remove the content. I have put songs in my thing, and when I put the monetization thing on, I don't get a strike. They give me a warning. They say it's not against the channel, but the music is copyrighted. I take the video down. Sometimes the video getting, even 50, 100 views, me just take it down. Me no want no issues. And so all him had to do, me personally think, and this is not defending Knife Ninja. People are looking like I think. No, I respect hard work. Ninja is lazy. Ninja is very lazy. He doesn't understand how to take his time and build. He's not humble. And I think that he could do more than he's doing. But that's his business. It has nothing to do with me. I'm not supporting him. I'm supporting, I don't want people to go around think it's okay to turn on people because they did the wrong thing and don't want to accept the consequence. Just remove the darn thing and go react on it and talk about it, but not sit down and bully the person. You come out so aggressive, you know. You cannot repeatedly use the man's image and in videos and then ridicule him. Earn your views from the ridicule and then become outraged when the man finally says enough. Whether someone believes the use of a video was legally permissible is a separate question. I'm just talking about human decency. Having a platform doesn't give anyone ownership over another human being. And we need to look at those things and stop just looking at the top. Oh, him treat Colors bad. Colors has a backbone. Colors has a big backbone. And if we're supporting Colors, we need to support him in a positive light. In a positive light. We can't have, because I go to a concert and people are moved, people are touched, people And then on the back end, we have those of us who are still adding to the negatives and connecting him to these things. We have to be reasonable, you know. People may ask accountability when money is collected to help vulnerable people. Those are reasonable conversations, but criticism should address the issue. Bullying attacks the person. Criticism would say, "Guys, show us the receipt." Bullies are saying, "You are nasty, you're worthless." You know, criticism we say, "Explain how the donations were spent." Bullying, come about the motif and everything in touch a poison, and you just need to humiliate him. And one person is mad day after day after day, video after video, and several platforms are encouraged to join the attack. That no longer resembles constructive criticism. It begins to resemble a coordinated pile-on. You got the strike because of what you did, but you reach out to other reactors that tell them whatever. They know, boy, I mean, I know. For us to be Jamaicans and we don't know what this man's mentality, how he's managing mentally, emotionally, and financially. We don't know them business. When he did what he did to Colas, I know he became repentant because he sees how much he lost. I know that that's a struggle for him every day because of how much he lost. And so would every day, what if it was, I am always saying, people, when we treat people badly, I always look on some of these content creators thing, and we don't know who you are, we don't know your background. You come out on a platform, you drop a 30-minute video, you disappear. We don't know who you are. A lot of them putting down other people are worse than those people. But because people don't have the means and the resource. But just know God looks down and sees everything. We love colors, we appreciate colors. Why do we do it? Because we see the hard work he puts in every day. Do we know everything about colors? No, we don't. We don't. We don't know everything about colors, but we look at what he brings forth and we appreciate it. I appreciate colors. I love him. I respect him. But this has nothing to do with colors. It has nothing to do with what happened between Ninja and colors. It has nothing to do with it. So nobody no question my loyalty and why I'm defending. I'm not defending Knife Ninja. I'm defending the fact that the strike happened, and instead of people reflecting and doing better, is instead they are adding more fire, more gas to the fire. So I'm not saying Ninja handled his departure perfectly. He did not. I did videos about it. I told Ninja to shut him out, stop talking, and him keep talking, and it became worse on him. I'm not saying he did not make mistakes. He screwed up, and he screwed up badly. I'm not saying people shouldn't send their money without asking questions. I am not saying anyone must support his channel or his feeding program. I am saying that wrongdoing does not give the entire internet permission to torment somebody indefinitely. A person can be wrong and still deserve basic dignity. A person can make a bad decision and still be allowed to grow. A person can disappoint us without becoming our daily source of entertainment. Even a guilty person should not be sentenced to endless public humiliation by social media commentators. Colors has moved forward, guys. He spoke. They exchanged words. Colors said what he had to say. Colors gone about in business. He continued working. He continued building. Colors continued feeding people. He continued creating opportunities. He continued taking care of his family. And God continued to open more and more bigger doors for him. That is That is punishment enough for the little guy. Sometimes the greatest response is not another argument. It is just progress, guys. Do your content. Show Ninja how it's done. Build and show him that you don't have to be bad mind to do well. We see that him gone having a mother woman or whatever people that was whatever place. Him desperate. And sometimes, we know that the best answer to the betrayal is to keep building. Don't let them take away from anything. You keep building. Let Ninja go do his thing. Sometimes the best response to disappointment is to allow God to handle what we cannot control. But a lot of us not doing that because, you know, beating him down is $1 in our pockets, right? You can admire one without harassing them. Supporting Colesima TV does not require destroying Knife Ninja. I'm not going to say that again. People, you're saying this and that. Supporting Colesima doesn't mean we should be destroying Knife Ninja or anyone else. The Knife Ninja, accountability is still important. Do what you have to do. I don't know the relationship you have with these people, but you do not allow pride to destroy opportunities that discipline could create. And most importantly, do not try to prove people wrong with arguments. Prove them wrong through consistency, honesty, and improvement. Let your work speak. And reactors, you're powerful people. Your words travel. Your supporters often follow your emotional direction. When you laugh, they laugh. When you attack, they attack worst. Because there's so much strength in numbers. When you show mercy, some of them may also show mercy. Use your influence responsibly, man. You may dislike the guy, Knife Ninja, but you distrust him. You may refuse to support him, and that's fine. But no person should feel entitled to use his content continuously, then degrade him continuously, you know, and then threaten retaliation when the person objects. Nobody should have to surrender their dignity simply because they have a smaller platform. Cut it out, people. We're better than this, you know. So this morning, I'm just going to quickly say, guys, just put down the stones. Put down the stones. You found his faults and raised him high, then called the crowd to testify. You played his face, repeated his name, and built your fuse upon his shame. You laughed aloud when he looked small, then summoned others to the call. But every joke and every stone can break a heart when left alone. Correct the wrong, expose the right, but do not crush a soul nearby. For justice does not need a mob, and cruelty is not a charm. The one you mock may fall apart while hiding wounds inside his heart. So speak the truth, but watch your tone. A human life is not your throne. Put down the stones. Release the fight. Let conscience lead us toward the light. For even those who lose their way may rise again another day. Guys, this is not a request for anyone to support Knife Ninja financially. It is not declaration that he is innocent of every accusation. It is just a request for fairness. Correct him without dehumanizing him. Question him without tormenting him. Hold him accountable without turning cruelty into entertainment. And remember the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Today it is Knife Ninja. Tomorrow, one mistake, one disagreement, or one edited clip could make it be you. Let us be careful with our words. Let us stop confusing bullying with commentary. Let us stop believing that a large platform gives us the right to silence a smaller one. Guys, may we learn to correct with wisdom. Disagree with dignity and walk away when the point has already been made. This is your girl, Miss Bev, reminding us that strength is not demonstrated by how many people we can gather to attack one person. True strength is demonstrated by knowing when to put down the stones, guys. Walk good, do good. Remain blessed, and please let kindness lead. Proverbs 12:18. Let me leave that with us. There is one whose rash words are like sword thrusts, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. There is one whose rash words are like sword thrusts, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. So again, let me say this, that this video is not about endorsing Knife Ninja. I'm not subscribed to his channel. I've not supported his channel. I am just simply saying that when the strike was given, all what would have been a human thing to do was to take the video down. He didn't strike every video you used of his. He struck the one video that he claimed as he dropped the video, you pick it up and you had the whatever his excuse was. And sometimes we need to stop and listen. He didn't strike all his videos that you have used. He struck one. YouTube or Google did their research. They found you to be in violation of what they put forth for us to follow. Just humble yourself. Remove it humbly. You didn't even have to come out and make the world know. All you had to do was to just remove it. But boy, the way you make it sound like you had a right and how dear him and which part of who you know and where you... Them something the man was just not manly at all. Them something they not needed. If this is how we're going to behave every time because we're there foreigner, we can find money for pay if we get things done to people in Jamaica. It's a wicked act. It's not a good look. Not a good look for people watching this and then go and classify all of us Jamaicans, put we in the same old barrel. All of us are not like that. I put up a video and it says copyright. I see the red. All I do, I don't care how. If I was late to monetize the video, I go in. I don't care how much views I lost. I just take down people's work. Sometimes it's just a song. I used to use these songs to do my exercise to dance to. Every time I put up a video, I get a copyright. And it tells you it's not a strike. It's just that the people's things are copyrighted. If you're using it, they need a share of whatever you make on it. And I wasn't making no much money or nothing. I'm not making a lot of money on YouTube. I have a job. I still teach. So let us just do the things. Have a conscience and let's do the things that are right. God is looking, guys. God sees and he knows. And karma, we better understand it's real. Today for me, tomorrow for somebody else. It's not going to be one person all day. Take care, my people. Love and respect to you all.